Hi, I'm Shaquille O'Neal. I'm wearing Rick's sunglasses, made in Australia.
Shaq loves Australia.
See?
There we
That's
go.
your first commercial right there.
Head to checkout and use the discount code ACES and you'll get 20% off site-wide. Rick's, eyewear that inspires confidence. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tommy Talks. We had Scott Hansen in the building, and now we have Dyson Daniels. We're very lucky to go NFL, NBA in Oz. Big fella, how are you?
No, doing well. Excited to be back.
Good to have you back. Hopefully, though, one day we won't have you back in May, June. We'll have you, after you've won a ring. But, mate, it is good to have you back. We've got some massive news to break together later. An announcement that's taken 12 months. We'll talk about that when we get to it. But let's start off with, a little icebreaker to start, all right? Let's just loosen you up. Would you rather be stuck in traffic with Draymond Green talking nonstop or sit in silence with Kawhi Leonard for 4 hours?
Oh, man. I like to sit in silence, you know. I'm not a big talker, so me and Kawhi would probably get along very well.
Have you had many encounters with both of them, on and off?
Nah, not too much. Just on the floor, a few, chats with Draymond, but other than that, nothing.
Is he the biggest shit talker there is?
Oh, yeah. Mate, it's like he's not really a shit talker. He's just very loud. He won't stop. So if you give him a sniff, that's what he loves. He just want to get involved in any way he can. So, I haven't really had a bad encounter with him yet.
Is that one of those ones where they're like, don't poke the bear? Like when some blokes you poke the bear, they turn into a bit of a monster. Like they actually start playing better?
He's going to talk from the start. Like he's like I said, he's not coming at you. It's more like if you do something to him, then he's going to get himself involved. But I wouldn't say it's a poke the bear with him, but like there's some people in the league that, like Luke is one of them. Like you poke the bear with him, like he feeds off that and he'll get going. So you got to be careful with who you do it.
Yeah, don't poke the bear. Don't poke the bear. Now we're obviously brought to you by Stat Made and Inglewood Coffee Roasters, and I want to start off with our friends at Inglewood. They've got you a brand new mug, mate. This is for you. I've got a little brand. I won't open it, but there's one behind us. You can open it. Yeah. That's a little present just to start. You know how the coffee in Australia is better than anywhere in the world. That's a little present to get you going. While you open that up, get the bubble wrap off that. Yeah. Tell everyone, what's your coffee order, just to kick us off?
I'm just a big cappuccino guy, just early in the morning, wake up, get the cappuccino. But it's hard to find good coffee in America. So you can go anywhere in Australia and they'll sort you with some good coffee, but in America, it's, burn the bean.
Well, we're going to make it happen, a bit like what it says on that mug. I've got coffee beans behind me everywhere. They're going home with you.
Shout out to, who is it?
Inglewood Coffee.
Inglewood Coffee.
Big shout out. There you go. Cappuccino, man. I'm more of a latte, man. Hey, What's Brewing is one of our segments. And what is brewing? There's no better brewers than the Inglewood Coffee Roasters. But what's brewing is that Bryce Cotton has joined the Boomers. Do we win it all now?
Oh, mate, it's huge for us. Obviously, Bryce is super talented and, this first time playing for the Boomers. So it's going to be, really good to have him on the team. And I think he's exactly what we need at the moment. A guy that can really score the ball and, obviously a huge threat. So, I heard he's playing in the games in July. So that'll be exciting.
Why hasn't he played NBA? I know he's played NBA, but why hasn't he played longer? Like he's so dominant in NBL, pretty contested, quality basketball. Why has he chosen, I guess, Australian basketball versus trying to pursue a career in the NBA? Do you know?
I asked myself the same question. I've had a few talks with some people about it as well. Like when you're that dominant, like he's been in this league, like you'd think like he's at least a bench player in the NBA. And I'm sure he could be, to be honest, but, I'm not sure how he's got it going, whether he wants to stay here or not. But, he can go in the NBA and probably get you 10, 15 points a night off the bench. Or, he's a bit undersized, which, goes into it as well. But, I couldn't tell you. Put it that way. He should be in the NBA.
You're one of the best defensive players in the world. So have you spent much time defending him? Have you ever had a chance to defend him?
Never had a chance, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm sure in practices and stuff for the Boomers, we'll be able to, go at it a little bit. And I never defended a guy like him. And when you're that dominant in a league for so long, it's like you kind of want to compare how he how he is to like some of the NBA guys and see how he'd go. But I never had the opportunity, so I'm looking forward to getting it.
Paddy Mills wasn't that tall, and like I compared Paddy in this scenario when he was in the Boomers squad, like he dominated for Australia.
Yeah.
Like, so are we thinking similar role?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, like Bryce and Paddy kind of play similar in a way, and obviously both can score the ball very well, and both a little undersized. But when I look at Paddy, if there's someone I could compare it to, I'd probably say it's Bryce.
Now I've got a new segment.
Okay.
Train's treasures. And that means that the train goes and gets in his treasure box, and he might, float around. I'm the train.
Okay.
After there's a long story to it, but we'll just stick with the train for now. Now, is this true or false?
Yeah.
You have to tell me. You have to be honest. World Cup 2023. It's your first encounter with the Boomers squad.
Jock story I'm already knowing.
Did you walk into the meal room, look around, just size everyone up, and just shout, "Yep, I could fuck everyone up in this room"?
Yeah, I did. I had to assert my dominance. So that is true. Yeah.
How old were you?
I was probably like
20.
Fresh 19, 20. Yeah. First World Cup encounter. We had a team dinner before the training camp, and just went and unleashed. But I think I earned a little bit of respect from that moment, to be honest.
The boys love it.
They loved it. Yeah.
Jock would have loved it.
Yeah, Jock loved it.
Now it's obviously we're fresh after the NBA exit. I need to ask you straight off the top. Have you? I want to talk about Mitchell Robinson's Instagram story. Have you seen it? Where'd you see it? What were your thoughts on it?
Oh mate, I've seen it all. Had about 50 people send it to me, so I'm well aware of it. And yeah, I mean, he makes the choices. So I think that incident was a little, it boiled over more than it should have. Put it that way, but like I said, they beat us, so they get the last laugh.
Are you looking forward to playing him again now? Like, you looking forward to lipping him, getting revenge, or are you just business as usual?
That's the kind of type of player I am. I just, like to lip and get under people's skin a little bit. I've got nothing against the guy, apart from the series, which, he did a few things, but, I gave him one back. So, who knows what's going to happen next time, but, if it was AFL, it'd probably be, a little different story. You can get a few more cheap ones in that.
I'll tell you what, if it was AFL, I ain't picking him. He's the biggest motherfucker on the field, on the court, and you're going the big boy.
Yeah, mate, it was down 50. I was frustrated. I was like, fuck that, get me out.
What was actually said? Like, what was it? Just a bit of chirp, and you looked at the score, and you're super frustrated?
There wasn't much said. It was kind of just a build up over the series. There's a few incidents that happened, and then mate, that last game was woeful, and I was kind of frustrated. I seen the elbows up in my head. I was like, you know what? I went to the ribs. There you go. And then after that, just boiled over. But there wasn't much said at all. And there's probably just, if the game was closer, I probably wouldn't even got thrown out. It probably just been double tech and move on. But I think just because it was down 50, the refs are like, nah, I'm not going to have this. So just threw us both out. But there was no words, to be honest.
Let's just quickly stay there. I was going to talk ball in depth, but we'll just stay there. Down 50. You guys had a really good season. What goes through the locker room after that game? I'd imagine everyone's flat. We used to talk about it's a funeral or a party if you win or loss, but that one there was really strange. You guys are much better than that. You guys would know that. But what was said? Like, was there a bit of a review, or was it just kind of like, that's it, come back next year?
Yeah, I mean, the NBA is weird. Obviously, that after the game was very just disappointment, and at the end of the day, you can't really do it. Like, I mean, you lose by 1, you lose by 50, you're out no matter what. But the way we went out, everyone was just disappointed. And we kind of just got to reflect on the season, how we've built something that we can work with. And obviously coming up against New York, I think they really found their straps against us and got going. So after game 3, it was a bloodbath. They figured out playing through Cat was the way to go, and we couldn't stop them. And the NBA is weird. Like, you don't go out for beers or anything after the game. It's kind of just, that's happened. Go to bed, wake up next morning, exit interviews, and everyone's off to, wherever they're from or wherever they're going. So, it was just a lot of disappointment, to be honest. Is
that why the Boomers are so special? Because it's not like that at all. Like, you always stay together.
It's different, yeah. Playing for your country for sure. I think a lot of guys, Paddy Mills and Joe Ingles have really built the Australian culture up to where it's like, you go on a war together. If we win, it's going to be together. If we lose, it's going to be together. And after, we're still, together, still friends for life, and we go out and have a drink or whatever. And NBA is nothing like that, to be honest.
It's fascinating. It's a bit like that in the NFL. Speaking of NFL, here you're a Baltimore Ravens man.
Big Ravens.
And I heard you got a signed jersey from Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, one of my friends actually got it for me for my birthday. So shout out Ralph. He was able to hook me up.
You get me one?
Oh, mate, we could try.
Are you going back for the game?
I am. I'll be here for the game, yeah. So going to get back here just before the season starts and get a few days in Melbourne watching the game. So
that's so cool. It's going to be I can't wait. Obviously, it's not the Ravens playing, but Rams, Niners, who wins?
I think the Rams are looking really good at the moment. So, but it should be a good game. I mean, 49ers are always tough to beat, but I like the Rams a lot.
I heard pre-game you and Jock and a few of the boys, you're always watching football, but I never got the context. It's obviously, is it NFL or is it soccer?
Nah, it's NFL, But yeah, I mean, Jock's a big Australian football guy as well, so he loves the Pies, and I'm a Tigers man, so we always getting around that. It's NFL.
Are you really a Tigers fan? I got a little bit of mail that came across the Trains Treasures desk, and it said early days North Melbourne and Western Bulldogs potentially was a fan, and you jumped ship.
I was. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was, 5 years old, I was a Doggies fan. And then I had one of my good friends' dads who would always take me to the Richmond games. And I was like, he's like, you can't stay on Doggies if you go on the Richmond game every weekend. And so I've been a Richmond fan since I was about 5 years old.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
He stitched me up there, Jock.
Yeah, no.
Oh, that's great. I got a couple more here, but I think I might save it. I got one more. It's a bit cheeky. Why does your shooting coach look like a Viking? I haven't seen a photo of him, so he goes, it could be a bit cheeky, that one.
Yeah, that's a bit cheeky, but no, he does his job, that's for sure. He does look like a Viking, yeah. He's very good at what he does.
That's great. Well, let's talk some ball. Let's get a little bit of a season recap. You said to me last year when we had a podcast together that SGA was the hardest opponent to guard. Is he still the hardest opponent to guard?
For my position, yeah. For my position, he's still the hardest to guard. But like if I'm trying to guard like a Jokic or a Wemby, it's a little tougher again, just because of the size and what they can do. But I think one-on-one basketball, you need a bucket. SGA is the toughest to guard.
And is Brunson one of the most underrated players in the comp? You just come out of a series against him. I just watch him. I've seen all these tape around people saying he was the wrong guy. He's kind of undersized. People laugh about it. I think Hart, he's good mates with. He says in post-match press conferences, they have a bit of a laugh. But when you need a bucket, it feels like Brunson can always get you a bucket. Is he one of the most underrated in the league? He's
a very, very good player, and he's very tough to guard. He's very underrated. He's just like, it's hard to explain because it doesn't like look like he's going to give you a bucket, but super strong. Makes like if you don't block the shot, he doesn't really see contest. Really good footwork, and he's got like a unorthodox game where he's got like a quick floater, he's got like a quick cross, and he just uses his body really well. He's just a very smart basketball player, let's put it that way. And he's kind of like, once he figures you out and how you defend him, he learns ways to take advantage of that.
I have watched him closely and a bit of SGA just in the playoffs, and it's when they like get in front of you, dribble, and then they kind of stop and then shoot, and you kind of run in their ass, and then you foul them, and then the next time it's like you kind of get, we say goal side, probably the basket side of them, but then they'll step back and hit a three, and it's like far out, man. This guy is just methodical with the way he's moving. Yeah. I just feel like because he's so small on tally anyway, he's probably still a giant, but he just finds a bucket, and I personally feel like he's one of the more underrated.
Like, you look at the teams as well, like the Lakers doubled SGA every time he walked over half. Like they didn't even give him the chance to like get going. I think that New York are going to start to see that a little more. But then you also have, OG who's killing it, Cat who's killing it, like those guys that can really get off and hurt you as well. So that's why Brunson, he gets a lot of isolations because you can't help, you can't double him.
Let's get back to your side. I want to find a little bit more information on Jonathan Kuminga. I watched a lot of basketball, but it was more about the frustration around Kuminga at the Warriors. And look, I get me points bet app out and I have a little play sometimes. And he's one of those guys that can dominate or he doesn't score. But it's because he wasn't getting any court time at the Warriors. And it would do my head in. And it probably made me glue myself. Are they going to play Kuminga or not? And when they'd play him, he'd score quickly, he can block, he can dunk. And I just felt like Steve Kerr never gave him a chance. But because he's one of the greatest coaches and, he's done it all, I found that real strange. But then he went to your side, Atlanta, and he dominated. So did you ever get the scoop on why Kerr never played him?
I mean, he doesn't know, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Like, the Warriors play so different to every other team and, like, their system. It's very system-based. So, like, if you fit the system, like, he wants his players to play a very specific way and obviously Steph's the.
But what kind of way? Just for like a dummy that doesn't know basketball.
I mean, it's everything's for Steph. The screening actions, the cutting actions. Being able to space the floor for Steph. That's how they won their championships. That's kind of like they're all in on that. And you see when Steph's not playing, they struggle a lot and they play a whole different way because the system's all based around Steph. And you get a guy like JK who can really score the ball and go out there and do his own thing. That like sometimes that doesn't fit the Warriors system. And I think the way that JK was used with us was great. Like he was just coming off the bench and it's like, mate, go out there and get buckets. Like that's what we need you to do. We need you to come off and be a microwave scorer. And he was able to do that. And yeah, he's obviously one of the most talented players in the league and super athletic. That he's only going to get better and better. So I'm glad we have him now. So,
yeah, well, it looks like he's having fun. I don't know if he said anything to you, but it looks like you can just tell how frustrated he was getting and then all the smiling and just the performances he was. I mean, we'll get to Jock in a second, but you guys, you recruited really well.
Yeah. No, we are, like I said, I think we're set up for the years to come. And I mean, we got the 8th pick this year, which would be good in a good draft. So, we just got to continue to, build on what we have.
You boys get around the draft lottery? Like, are you all glued to your phones when it's on?
Nah, not the lottery, but I mean, the draft for sure. The lottery is just kind of, hopefully we get a good pick, but yeah, the draft I'll be watching.
Who's the best player in the draft or top? There's obviously a few that they tout, but is there anyone that you guys are like, we need him?
I'm not too sure who we need, but I think I've seen a lot of comments and stuff about the Ade Mara, the big fella from Michigan, 7'3". So yeah, I never know. Might go ask the front office, see what they're thinking.
They take a few years anyway, so who cares? Now let's talk about our man, big Jock Landale. What a story, and no one could break it than you because you know him very well. An Australian playing with an Australian, it's so cool. But his journey to this game that I want you to break down when he had 26 points and he's been traded to Utah, he's on the plane, he gets off the plane, then drives to Atlanta for 5.5, 6 hours, plays that night, hits pretty much the winner from 3, dominates. Like, what was going on, man? Like, talk to me. Like, I want to know every detail, pre-game, post-game. Did you guys go celebrate? Like, it's just such a cool night.
I mean, yeah, it can be the hardest thing to do what he did. Like, man, the day or two before, he's just getting tossed around the airport and doesn't know where he's meant to be. But he got on a flight and then had to get off, ended up, when he found out he was in Atlanta, he just was in Memphis at the moment and jumped in the truck and drove down, came to shoot around in the morning. And yeah, I mean, you can't learn everything in one day. So he was just out in the court, running around, just doing his thing. And sometimes that's the best position to be in. Like you don't really know what you're meant to do, so you just go out there and play free. I mean, everyone, I'm sure he surprised a lot of people, but he came in and was just zipping threes and setting big screens, getting big rebounds. Like, he surprised a lot of people. But I mean, I've seen that he can do that. Playing with him for a while now, and it's just good to have another Aussie on the team, someone that kind of understands you a bit more and you can hang out with off the floor. So, I'm just glad he's with us.
What was it like when you walked into the sheds? You boys giggling? Like, well, give me a little bit, when you walk under the race, like, just give me that little moment.
Yeah, no, we were sharing the ball at that game for sure. I mean, when you kind of have like a Aussie brother like that, you want him to succeed and you want to be out there with him and having fun. And I've known Jock for a while now, so he was just a big boost for our team. He's a great leader. He really kind of boosted the energy because when he came in, we were below 500, and then after his trade, the CJ trade, and Kuminga trade and stuff, like we ended up, really going on a big run, which helped us get to the playoffs.
I mean, I find it fascinating, the NBA. I thought he played really well at Memphis. Like, it looked like a new role.
Yeah.
Freed him up a little bit. And then they trade him. And then Utah really, it's a strange dynamic. I find it so strange. He's got a young family. Obviously, as I said, Aussie misses. So, like, just to be able to move around so quickly and then dominate. And then it looks like I hope you guys are there for, together for a long time. But yeah, that was a cool one. That corner three, I still can remember it.
Yeah, mate, he won us the game, that's for sure.
What about CJ joining the team? What's he brought? A bit of, like, I guess, experience in the locker room. He was good in the postseason playoffs, but what's he brought to the locker room?
Yeah, CJ, like, obviously a vet, experienced. Like, he knows the game. He's played in a lot of, playoff games, being over at Portland with that team. And, I mean, I played with CJ in New Orleans for 2 years as well, so I kind of knew him before as well. And I feel like when he came to Atlanta, he just really sacrificed a lot. He started coming off the bench, and then he was playing so good, like they had to find a starting role for him. And he really just played his role, went out there, was sharing the ball, was scoring the ball, and I mean, he won us those 2 games in the playoffs as well. So he's a vet that knows what he's doing, and you need that experience with a young team. So with him and Jock coming in, that really added to our experience and was able to build a lot of chemistry.
Another little treasure of mine, but I heard he might, exchange some free wine for you, and then you give him some Vassetti. Is that true? Does he get it for free? Because Jock reckons he's still paying full price.
Nah, Jock's got some for free, but Jock's overdue now. He has to get on the website and buy his own. But CJ, we've made a deal, so I'm be hitting him up, following up on that. But yes, he has his own wine company, so I've got a wine cellar at home I need to fill up. I told him that, and I told him I'll get some Vassetti for him.
That's great. Free wine for Vassetti. What a trade-off. That is elite. By the way, some of the freshest stuff. This is online already, right?
It is. It's our new drop. So got the striped tee and the little quarter zip over there.
You guys are just dominating. I've got some. We got some exciting news to break to everyone later on. We'll keep working through the NBA. Yeah. Let's talk about you personally, mate. I've got a quote. I'm gonna go off via basketball.com. Personally, I have a lot to work on. I was pretty disappointed with this season, to be honest, but I know this is going to be a big summer for me working on my game. What are you going to be working on this summer?
Yeah, I mean, the obvious one is the 3-point shot. It's being able to be consistent there and not a liability, more of a reliable asset out there. And so that's always the big one. But just the whole offensive game, being able to create for myself, get to my spots, rise up over smaller guards and just trust my shot. I think, I really, it was a tough year for me, obviously shooting the ball, and I got in my head a lot, and I was working a lot just to overcome that. And I felt like towards the end of the year I started to, be better. And it's going to be a big summer for me coming in, just working on those sorts of things. And I feel like in a way it was kind of good that I had that setback just because, mentally, I'd never really been in that space where I was like, challenging and really out there in my own head and just guessing every decision I was out there rather than playing free. I'm glad it happened because, I kind of know, what that headspace is like and how to get out of it now and how to really go out there and have an impact. So, yeah, it was disappointing, but it's just adding fuel to me coming back next year.
You can't lose sight of the highs as well. I'm sure there's always a low, there's always a high. You had your equal career high of 28 points versus Golden State in March. How'd that feel, that game?
Yeah, it felt good. Everything was kind of rolling that game. And I think we had a few injuries that game, so I was able to, get a few more shots up and get going. But yeah, that was one of my best games of the year for sure.
Do you draw confidence? So, like in times of, because man, I've been there. Let's talk about football, man. I was at one of the worst moments on the big stage in a prelim. You've probably seen it. And then the next year, you're copping it from fans. Your phone's blowing up. I deleted Twitter at the time. I haven't looked at it. You should go online, have a look at some of the messages. But all that stuff happens, right? And eventually, you do get in your own head. What's been the best thing for you to get out? Is it someone like a Jock going, don't worry about it? Is it you speaking to a psychologist? Do you speak to your family? What's one thing that grounds you and brings you back to just getting right?
Yeah, I tried everything. It's a dark place, when you get in your head and you don't really know what to do. The first month of the season, I just tried to get through it myself and overcome it. It wasn't working. So sat down with a psychologist, and I mean, it helps when your teammates trust you as well. My teammates have trusted me all year, and Jock coming in has been a big factor and giving me that trust. But yeah, I've had a psychologist all year now, and I work with him every week, and yeah, it probably took me like 2 months of just working with him to really understand mind and how that works, and how you can use different techniques, different breathing techniques to calm down. And I've started getting into some reading. So one of my friends gave me a book to read, and I've enjoyed doing that. And I think just finding time for myself has been a big one. Just going on walks, getting out there in the fresh air, playing some golf whenever I can. Like there's a lot of different techniques that I've tried to use, and just to get out of my head and get back into an enjoyable place that get out there and play free on the court. And I'm going to continue to work on it. It's not 100% yet, and I've kind of enjoyed just finding new ways to really overcome it.
Well, mate, as you said, you're probably the defensive player of the year. You were robbed the year before, and now we're talking about 3-pointers. So once you put it all together, it's going to be very dangerous for anyone that plays on the court and shares it with you. I just go back to that, that first shot. I find players when they're, I think Bridges has been quite average, but now he looks like he's dominating. But that first shot, once it goes down, is that a big one for you guys? Like when you hit that first shot, it's like bang. Like does it release a lot of pressure? Yeah,
it does. I mean, when you've missed 3 or 4 or 5 shots in a row, you can really tense up and start to, not use your normal shooting form. And that's when it comes harder, you start to aim. But when you see it go through the rim, it's kind of just a sigh of relief. And I think that's a big thing for role players as well. They're not getting the 25, 30 shots a night. They're only getting 3 or 4 shots. The first one goes through, that's when they can really get going. So, obviously Bridges, he had some tough games, but he's also had some, really good games that, have kind of got him over the line.
Let's go to, one of the GOATs. We won't have the argument. But we spoke about this last time, and you mentioned how crazy it is just to play against LeBron. But how crazy is it to play against LeBron and Bronny at the same time? Do you look around and go, this is wild? Oh,
mate, there was one game we was playing in LA, and I was guarding LeBron, and next thing I'll do, I'll turn around, I was talking to coach, and Bronny subbed him out, and I'm guarding Bronny next possession. I'm like, this is crazy. You don't really fucking think of those things until they happen. But that's got to be one of the most wild things ever, playing with your son, and he's done it for 2 years now, so it's crazy.
Do you kind of watch much basketball once the season's done?
I'm watching now, because the playoffs and stuff.
Yeah. Did you obviously OKC, they swept them, but you watch LeBron and think, far out, man, he's still dominating. Yeah. They don't have enough pieces around. Could this be the end? Even if he does play again, where's he going to play? But is there a moment as a competitor against him and a fan where you go, we might not see him again?
Yeah, absolutely. You kind of want him to keep playing. He's dominating, and he's, good for the league as well. But yeah, I'm sure. I've seen these questions. It's will you cry when LeBron retires or something like that? But it's kind of crazy just knowing that it's coming to an end soon, because I've watched him my whole life growing up, and
literally, you're 23 years old.
Yeah, he's been in the league. he was drafted the year I was born, so that's crazy. But yeah, it's wild, and I'm sure he'll announce a retirement tour, which would be crazy. The league will definitely. All his games are already sold out, but the ticket price would be through the roof for that. It's got to be coming to an end soon, surely.
I caught the end of Kobe in Brooklyn. I remember that. And looking back now, I'm so grateful for that experience. Yeah. I remember just the Brooklyn crowd just took over. Every time we got the ball, everyone was just shoot it. It was wild. So I just couldn't imagine LeBron's retirement tour.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's expecting it, but it's probably going to come soon, I'd say.
All right, well, let's go back to some more treasures here. Did the Hawks really try partner with the strip club? And how flat were you that Magic Night did not go ahead?
That was unbelievable. When I heard that they were doing that, man, Magic City is one of the best places on earth. The wings there is insane. But yeah,
wings, you reckon?
I don't know how that was approved in the first place. But a few people had something to say about it and got it cancelled. But yeah, I got the Magic City hoodie, and I was looking forward to the wings and everything, and yeah, they called it off, unfortunately. But don't know how it went through anyway.
Well, I've heard that, that it was called off, and then you thought, nah, fuck it, I'm going to go have my own magic night. So I go to my friends here at Statmate, and we play a game of More or Less, and we start with $40,000 spent at the Magic Night Strip Club.
No,
more or less.
Less.
I've got mail, it's more. I've got mail, it's more, according to my friends at Statmate.
It was my birthday that night, so I did go to Magic City, but no, it was less than 40,000.
And did your mum sit you down when you got home and say, have a look at this, son?
Oh, mate, she sits me down after every big purchase, tell you that. So she's onto it. She's onto it now.
That's great. It's good that your mum looks over your finances, just so you don't blow it, because you are on some great coin. Let's go to Courtside. Let's get an update there. Are you guys all training out of Courtside? What's the plan when you're down here? You're down for another 2 weeks and then you're back to US?
Yeah, I'm taking 2 weeks off, so I haven't been in there as much, but still using the weight room there, and it's going really well. Obviously, you got the retail stores out there, and the court, Hoop City out there as well. So it's all going well. Got the recovery center. There's a few events being planned to have there, and Courtside's that's going to be my home base whenever I'm home to train. It's got everything I need. Trainers out there, Courtside it was a really good investment.
When you train, this is more a question for me. I got a good family friend. His name's Lenny Fisherton. He's about 6'6". He's a good young kid, right? And I thought, what I'll ask you. He still plays. Mm-hmm. Do you always need blokes to train with you, that just, even if they're throwing you the ball, shooting with you, is there something I can tee up, or is this more just NBA players only?
We could tee something up for sure. I think a big thing is the more helpers, the better. Like the more bodies we can get to a training sessions, like get live actions, defenders, rebounders, whatever it is. I've spent a few summers just working out with, one rebounder, my trainer and myself. And, you can get better to an extent, but when you have bodies actually defending you and, out there, really playing hard, it's a lot better. So if Lenny, is that his name?
Lenny.
If Lenny's willing to come down, we can get him down there.
So we can lock this in, because I'll call Lenny after this and say, you be there when you need him. He can rebound the ball. He can shine your shoes. He'll be there.
Hey, Lenny, we need you there, brother. So we'll get that sorted.
There you go. That would be a proud moment for me. He's doing really well, and he just come back from college.
Yeah.
I think he could still play AFL, but I said, I reckon I'll ask Dyso and I'll ask you on the potty. Because I always find it fascinating. I think when we played football, depending on where you are, there's always the more hands, the better. Kicking inside 50, handball drills. Exactly. The more bodies, the better. Doesn't matter what the skill limit is, and he is very skilled. But that is cool. We'll tee that up. All right, we keep moving down Courtside. Any more locations on the horizon, or just sticking with one?
It's in the works for sure. It's still a while away, but I don't know if I can disclose that yet, but there's some stuff being worked on for sure.
Well, what there is we're going to disclose something big.
Mm-hmm.
It's very big, something that we've been working on for 12 months plus, and that's coming soon. So stay tuned. You ready for some quick fire questions?
Let's do it.
Dash is an NBA lock. Will he top your draft night fit? Nah.
Dash is a playing guy. He's a very playing guy.
Just on Dash, did he not enter the draft this year?
Nah, he's coming back to the NBL next year. He needs another year under his belt, but next year he'll be in the draft.
I love it. What does a perfect day off look like for you?
Golf. I actually have an Australian bakery cafe in Atlanta that I go to, so go down there, get my meat pie and sausage roll, and after that head to the golf course and get 18 holes in.
That's elite. What's your handicap?
I'd like to say it's about 15 at the moment, but I haven't.
We'd be similar. Mine's 18.
Yeah, I played, last week and I wasn't very good, so it's probably a bit higher now.
Where do you struggle?
It's an in-between game. Driving and chipping's pretty good, but, it's like the long irons I struggle with.
Are you a bit of the bakery off the tee, the vanilla slice, or do you?
Nah, straight down the middle, man.
Straight down the cards.
I've figured it out.
That's great. All in the hips, baby. Yeah. When you're away, who's the person you call the most back home?
Mum, for sure. Yeah.
What are you talking about? How to do the washing?
I don't call her enough, put it that way. She needs a few more calls, but yeah. Whatever.
Just call her back when you've been in Magic City and blown the absolute gasket out.
Exactly.
The Tigers are that desperate. Would you play one game for them up forward next to Big Lynchy?
Oh, mate, plug me in. Plug me in wherever. We've got too many injuries.
Another game of Statmate, more or less. 3.5 wins for the Tigers this year. More or less?
More. Well, we got getting 5 at least.
I like it. They've got a few young pieces still to come back. What's one piece of advice you'd give to young Aussies chasing the NBA dream?
Believe in yourself, first of all. You're going to have doubters out there, putting you down, but you got to believe in yourself. You got to go out there and make it work. And not everyone's going to make it, but if you don't believe in yourself, you definitely won't.
I really like this question. This is the first one I've put on a Tommy Talks podcast, but the best investment you've made since getting drafted?
Best investment? There's a few like stocks that my financial advisor handles that have done really well that I went in early. They've gone through the roof, but otherwise it's just real estate. We've got a few houses that I got. So, trying to become big in that area.
In America or Australia?
America. Yeah,
nice.
down in Florida.
Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, smart. Miami. And finally, when your career's finished, what do you hope people will say about you? That's a real deep question. I didn't put that on the run sheet, Lockie. That's deep. I like that from you. That's a challenging one.
Just, that I'm a good role model and I'm just an even better bloke than player.
That's good.
So hopefully finish my career as a multi-sport athlete too.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Couple rings and come home and get a couple medals, you reckon?
Maybe.
That's elite. All right, you ready for the massive announcement?
Let's do it.
You want to do a reveal on the pod, or how are we going to explain this one? This has been a long. Tell them how long this has been in the making.
It's a long time coming, mate. It's been 12 months now. I think we've been working on this, so finally here.
I haven't seen the product in person because you've stolen all the pack. You've got all the samples.
Got them all, mate.
Do we open them up first, then talk about it?
Yeah, let's do that.
Vassetti by Ricks, design Dyson Daniels sunglasses. What do you got? What style? You got two styles?
Yeah, we got the Austins here.
I got the Soho. Yeah. Oh, we got the custom. I didn't realize we did this as well. The Vassetti bag.
Yeah, mate. It's got all of it. The details.
Now, one thing I'll say before I open, I've seen the colour that I wanted this colour for 5 years. This is the best colour I've ever seen.
The Austin frames.
Oh, boy.
Beautiful.
With the Vassetti
crystal
kit.
Green with the green shirt. Goes unbelievable.
That's a Saint-Tropez job.
Yeah, right here, mate. The south of France.
All right, I'm going to try the Sohos on. What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful too, mate.
Is that a tunnel fit NBA job?
That's a tunnel fit. That's south of France, whatever you want it to be. Paris Fashion Week, maybe.
Yes. Jeez, this is this colour, this crystal green. Talk to me. Why'd you pick the crystal green? I remember we had the sample selection, and there was this colour. You just went, I want that. Why'd you pick this colour?
Oh, mate, we tried almost every option, and I think this just stood out. My favorite colour is green, and like the crystal green, it's like see through, but like it's fucking. Just goes with like everything perfect. You can wear any fit. And, I've seen enough black sunglasses and these ones are like, on the darker side, but, they got a little pop to them. So I just love the color. And, I'm very happy with them.
What's it like having your own brand and now sunglasses?
It's pretty crazy. I never would have thought to be, in this position today where I can have my own brand and now doing collaborations. And I think the best thing is like, you do collaborations, you get to meet new people, and obviously, we've built a little friendship, and being able to work together is pretty crazy.
Why'd you pick these two styles above all the other 50 that we showed you?
Well, personally, I love the Austins. I think they fit my face the best, and I think they're a big hit. And then the Sohos is just every day. I don't know, a lot of people wear that sort of glass and that sort of frame, and you can really wear it with anything. Going to work, like I said, going to the beach, Magic City, whatever you want. So, yeah.
Well, the Soho cherries have been our number one, but the what we're going to just call these the Vassetti by Ricks, just crystallized lime. I don't even know what are we calling them at the back, boys?
The money greens. The money greens is what they call them.
If I want a pair of sunnies, mate, where do I go? When are they online?
Yep, the Vassetti Sunnies are going to be dropping Thursday, the 21st of May at 6 p.m. Melbourne time. Make sure you go to vassetti.com to cop them and, get a kit as well to, match.
Well, mate, you've done an unbelievable job. The Soho, Austin, Money Green, Vassetti by Ricks, these are honestly as good as it gets, and pretty excited on behalf of Ricks, mate. We've loved working with your whole team. It's been 12 months plus. I still remember going down when you were doing that photo shoot. Remember I was around. I think I distracted the boys. They're going, come on, Traino, get out of there. You had to do all your photo shoots and pieces with your e-commerce. But, mate, we're that excited. I'm glad that it's finally online. And as I said, it's online 21st of May. 6 p.m. Melbourne time, which is Australian Eastern Standard Time. Get online, get to Vassetti.com. Do not miss out. We'll put it in the show notes below. And I thought for the podcast as well, we'll keep one pair in studio. We'll run a competition later in the year. Maybe we leave one pair in here, so when they sell out, we'll put them right there and we'll give them away. But we'll do something for the people that are watching this podcast. But make sure you head to Vassetti.com. Support the great man. Go buy some kit as well. I'll tell you what, you need this in Melbourne because it's starting to get cold down here, and this is one of the best pieces going around. So I'll be rocking this on a few other pods. But hey, thanks so much for popping in as well and having a chat. That was good stuff. It's not easy when you bow out and then you're talking about it, but hey, appreciate it and can't wait for it. Hey, we'll do it again next year, hopefully a bit later in the year.
Just the beginning. So.
There you go. Thanks for tuning in. Another episode of Tommy Talks. Hit subscribe, share it to a mate. We'll see you same time next week. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Shaquille O'Neal. I'm wearing Rick's sunglasses, made in Australia.
Shaq loves Australia.
See?
There we go.
Your first commercial right there.
Head to checkout and use the discount code ACES and you'll get 20% off site-wide. Rick's, eyewear that inspires confidence.